Tyreke, I know how much you love when I ask about your health. It had to be frustrating for you to miss those 3 games when it seemed like maybe still on that upward swing a little bit.
Um, yeah, no, it sucked, but health is most important. So you gotta make sure you all the way healthy before you step on the field. And a lot of the coaches always tell me you don't want to put out bad film, and so that's a big thing. So I mean, if I'm not 100%, I'm not gonna be helping the team in the way I want to. And I feel like, and the coaches feel like it's best that I just
Get back out there then and make an impact and have a sack on Saturday. I mean, how much did that mean to you, and where does it go from here?
It meant a lot, but it's just it's just the beginning. Coach always says, we can always get way better than we are. It's just we're just scratching the surface. So I just keep that mentality, in the back of my or in the front of my head, and always just try to look for something better. I did get a sack, but it was a lot more rushes than I could have did better on, and I could have made a more of an impact I thought. So I just did what I thought. I did what was in the game plan. It worked for me. But, this is the beginning. We still got a long season ahead of us. We're only going up from here. So I'm just trying to work on what I could do to, impact the team in a better way from here on out.
Far left, Brendan Gulick, Buckeyes Now on Sports Illustrated.
Hi, Tyreke. Hey, obviously this has been kind of probably a more challenging journey for you here in the last 12, 18, 24 months than maybe you expected. When you think about everything that you've been through and how you've grown through that, what are you most proud of?
I think I'm most proud of, my faith. It's been strong through it all. My mom's, always just telling me to just be humble, but stay hungry and just always remain faithful, and just lean on God, because God always has a plan. So that's just my thing. Like, God has a plan for everything, whether I like it or not. I always just trust in His plan, and every time I step on the field, I'm gonna use my God-given abilities, and I'm gonna go as hard as I can, within the scheme, within what I'm supposed to do. So that's what I just do. I just, just let God handle it. I only can do what I can control. So I just go out there and, play my hardest. And if that's what's the right thing to do, then that's what I'm going to do.
Jeremy said that he often thinks about the defining moments in this program as off-season challenges, things with Coach Marotti, things in camp. How often do you reflect on some of the tough times you guys go through to prepare yourselves for big games like this, so that when Penn State comes here for a night game, you feel like you've done that?
Yeah. A lot of times, when it's that fourth quarter, you're tired, and, you're trying to look for some more energy in the tank, you go back and you think about those times where you was in mat drills, or, those times where you got to go through those lifts, those times where you stepped up to the line thinking, dang, I'm so tired. I don't know how I'm going to do this this next rep, but you just do it anyway because, it's just you turn that mental switch on in your head, and that's kind of what Ohio State instills in you, that mental switch to, to just push through anything, because you're going to do it for your brother next to you, to the left and to the right of you. So, yeah, I just think that's the biggest thing. Just remembering all the training you did, just remembering that what you're doing is not for nothing.
Second row right, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
I would imagine that not playing as much as you wanted to early in the year has given you extra motivation for the home stretch. Could you just kind of address that and just your mindset as we enter this part of the season?
My mindset is just, doing what I can for the team to make us, go one step forward with a dub. So anything I could do, I'm extra film, extra treatment, extra sleep. Maybe it's I got to say something to someone else, I think they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They got to pick it up. We're all a brotherhood in here, so it's not anybody. No one's going to get, in their feelings about constructive criticism. So I just think the mindset we have is, we're not where we need to be. We're a good team, but we can always be better, And we came up short last year, so that's just always in our heads too. So just to go as hard as we can, because we know we got to finish what we started. We got to finish what wasn't finished last year. So that's what.
Biggest reason for the defensive improvement since Oregon Tulsa to now?
I think guys just buying in, just giving themselves up, just ripping themselves open and giving their hearts out for the brothers and for the love of the brotherhood. We talked, and we knew we weren't playing to the standard we needed to play, and we just sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror, look at yourself and ask yourself, what can I do to do better for this team, or what can I do to make myself better to better this team. So I think that was what was going on, a lot of that. I think it was a humbling experience too, the one loss we took. You're not gonna always win, and sometimes the losses are what's gonna help you, get to the win. So I just think we took it as a learning lesson. We didn't dwell on it. We just took it as a humbling experience. We came back, worked, and we're doing better now. So it was.
Deep right, Spencer Holbrook, Letterman Row.
Terry, Haskell said a couple times throughout the year, there's the ongoing competition between the defensive tackles and the defensive ends. You guys played really well Saturday. Were you a little upset to find out that you guys had 2.5 sacks and the defensive tackles also had 2.5 sacks?
Nah. Nah, I'm never upset about that. I want all my guys to eat. The defensive tackles, they stepped up in a huge way, and it's never like you looking at it like, dang, he got a sack and I didn't. A lot of the times, even we're all working together. Everything's just like, I feel like it's like a bike. Like everything's like a chain, and when there's one weak link in the chain, that's when the bike messes up. So when the interior dudes are playing well, when we playing well, they make us play better. When they're putting pressure on the quarterback, they're forcing it out to us. When we're, getting pressure on the outside and we're pushing it up to them, we're making it better for the D tackle. So when we can, we work together. We're brothers. We go out there. We love playing with each other, and so we just always try and, make each other better. When someone gets when someone gets a sack or someone gets a tackle, we all happy. We all feel like we got the tackle in that.
Some dominant defensive ends before. Is there an advantage to having everybody, the production spread out through everybody, rather than one guy getting all the attention and then everyone else getting what he doesn't?
Yeah, whatever way possible. I think the way we're going right now, everybody having an even slate of stats. I think that's good. It shows that everybody's excelling and everybody's not staying stagnant and everybody's getting better. So like he just asked, the team's getting better every game since the early season. So I just think every game, we're just going out there trying to play hard, trying to play within the scheme, trying to get a win for our brothers. So we're not only playing for ourselves on the D-line, but we're playing for the guys on the back end too. So we're just, trying to do our part in what we can do to win the game. So it's really helping, and it's really going good.
Time for a couple more. We're going to go deep left, Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
When you think about where you are in your career at this point, do you feel like you're pleased with what you've been able to accomplish here so far, or do you feel like there's still another level that the world hasn't seen from you yet?
Yeah, I always think it's another level I could tap into. I just go out there. Like I just said, I let God handle it. I don't really think too much about that. But I just go out there and try to give my 110%. So when I leave the game, I felt like I did what I could. As long as we're getting wins and the team's doing good and the defense is doing good and we're still playing and doing good and the chemistry's going good, then I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. So my brothers are doing good. I'm just kind of smiling. It just makes me happy because I just know we're doing something right. All these days in practice and we're going out here working out, we're training, lifting, doing all these things, sacrificing time to be here. It's just no better feeling than when people are winning and you see people winning, you see people doing good, and you see results happening. So that's what makes me happy.
Obviously, sacks aren't everything, but in talking to Zach last week, like he said, it is important to him to get those sacks, those sacks numbers. How do you look at that in terms of just getting pressure versus getting those sacks?
The finer things, the little details. Just when you're going out there trying to rush, rushing is an art, and that's what Coach Jay says. Rushing is it's not just something you just go out there and do. You got a plan with it. It's an art with it. So. The sacks do mean something when we're going out there and we're hitting our moves and we're doing our moves trying to make a difference in the game. When we're not getting there, you put all that work in the whole week and then, you go out there and you like this second or a point millisecond, too slow to get the sack. That kind of, means something. So I just think the biggest thing we pay attention to this year is, how can we turn the pressures into sacks? How can We shave off those little seconds that we were too late for the quarterbacks. But I think we're doing pretty good this year. We're picking up our rushing. We're picking up our slack, and the sacks are the pressure is definitely turning into sacks now. So we just gotta keep putting them in the bank, keep stacking them, and keep getting better. And we got the best O-line in the country here, to go against, I feel like, in my opinion. So I feel like there's no reason we shouldn't go out there and, turn those pressures into sacks.
And we'll wrap up with third row right, Tim May, Letterman Row.
Terry, do you feel like, I'm not trying to give you the big head here, but do you feel like you're sort of a bonus coming on at the right time for this Ohio State defense and for this team? I mean, are you looking at it a little bit like that? I mean,
yeah, I got you. I always think I give my team a different aspect in the game. So, yeah, I think in a sense it's a bonus. It's always better, to have everybody to go to war. And I think it's just an extra. It's no fall off when when I'm coming in, whether I'm starting or whether I'm coming off the bench. So I just know whoever I'm coming in after, I'm a match his intensity. Or I'm gonna match his level of fire. So I don't know if I look at it as a bonus, but it's definitely a one up when I'm coming in, and I'm gonna give everything I got for the team. I'm gonna give everything, every ounce of what I have in me, whether it's puffing down or I'm squeezing the tackle or if I'm chasing the quarterback. I'm doing it all. So yeah, I think it does help. When I come in, the guys know they're not coming out, and it's not gonna be like a drop off, and we're coming in. We're gonna keep the same intensity and keep the tackle that we're going against tired, because it's not gonna be anything different than when I come in.
and one other quick, this is going to sound maybe like a weird question, but how much respect do you have for quarterbacks, and so like CJ coming on? You were just talking a while ago about the competition, for sacks, et cetera. On a pass play, that's what you're after. You
Yeah.
got to contain, but that's what you're after. He's reading the defense, he's remembering the play, and then he's got a guy like you breathing down his neck. I mean, what is the respect factor, I guess, among you guys for the guys that play the quarterback position?
For CJ, I definitely got a lot of respect for him. He comes in every day, works hard. His leadership is going through the roof. You can see it in the way he carries himself, in the way he talks to the people, the way he talks to us. He's definitely changed his mentality. You could just see it in him. So yeah, I definitely got the respect for him. To sit in there, he trains and he prepares for the moment, and you could just can't do nothing but just sit there and just be happy that he's succeeding. He's worked hard. He's grinded. We even had some talks, about his mentality and how it's changed and stuff. So yeah, I got the utmost respect for CJ. How he can sit in there and you see his game. It's been going up each week. So yeah, I definitely got a lot of respect for him.
When did that interaction with you guys, with defensive players, start with him? Did he?
Well, we in the same locker room. Like I sit, my locker's probably like 5 lockers down from him. So we always talk, we always chat. But he's always like, oh, what do you see on the defense? Or what do you think we could do different? Or he, even if it's an off the field situation, but he's always the one that's trying to balance the situation out and get to the help the situation. So I'm just point of the situation is his leadership is just definitely just went through the roof, and I could definitely tell by just interacting with him.
We've got time for just a couple quickies, sorry about that. Third row middle, Doug Lamerise, Cleveland.com.
Tyreke, is that a Cavs sweatshirt?
Yeah.
What do you think of the 2-2 start?
Oh man, I love it. I love the Cavs. I actually played with Evan Mobley when I was younger. Yeah, when I grew up in Corona. So yeah, it's just crazy to just watch him today and just see him, playing. See the guys and see the team I love and see guys I played with on the team. So yeah, I was just watching them. I watched the game against the Hawks, and I was just proud. I was just sitting there like, man, like look how far this team has come. I'm still waiting for a championship. I'm gonna be there. I'm always Cavs till I die. So Cavs, Cleveland, anything till I die. So yeah.
Explain that a little more. When did you play with him?
So yeah, growing up in California, I played basketball, AAU basketball, and I actually played with Evan Mobley and Isaiah Mobley when I was younger. When we grew up in the same area, so it's just crazy. I was watching on TV like maybe 2 years ago. I seen he was like the #1 recruit. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So just a small world. So yeah, but I'm a Cavs fan till I die, like I said. So yeah, I'm always rock my Cavs gear, and I'm happy how the team's doing right now.
And right behind him, Colin Gay from the Rivals.
You mentioned the art of rushing the quarterback, the art of pressures, and I'm curious, as an older guy, was that something that you saw was inherent in Jack and JT, or is that something that they kind of had to learn?
Yeah, it's definitely something they had to learn. I think everybody, when they come here, everybody still has that, that high school flavor to them. It just takes a little bit to, knock off that. But yeah, I think now, where they're at now, they definitely, bought into the system we have in our art of pass rushing. So yeah, and you could definitely see it in their play. Their players went through the roof tremendously since they came here. Just the moves they're doing, the first step they have. So yeah, it's definitely an art, and I think they're definitely getting it.
Quicker than you thought it would be, or
Yeah, no, they're definitely developing very quick. They don't take long to get what we're teaching, and it don't take long to put it on the field. We take the meetings, and that's what Coach says, take the meetings to the field. So it's not very hard for them to take the meetings to the field. They always on their P's and Q's, always trying to get better, always looking to get better, always asking questions. So yeah, they're definitely getting it.